I'm Jasmine and I'm on a mission to land my Waltz Jump off the wall. Will today be the day? Come along as I practice my jumps, spins, and skating skills. I started with practicing my 3 turns and that was a bust. But then I remembered I didn't warm up my outside edges, so I worked on my outside edge push for a bit and they actually looked pretty good, like I was able to hold it for the whole semicircle. Then I tried adding in the arm switch to the glide and that worked, so I reattempted my 3 turns and it still failed. And so did the other side. But it's okay, I'll work on my 3 turns with my coach later. Then I moved on to my 2-foot spins, which are so travel-y and whippy today. And I feel like they're slower and rotating less too. It's been 2 weeks since I last skated, so everything kind of feels rusty today. These ones are a little bit better, but they're still traveling a lot. Then I attempted some 1-foot spins, which failed, so I decided to just practice them later. Time for some forward crossovers. I'm still leaning too far forward and not bending my knees and ankles enough, and I'm still doing a toe push for the under push, so there's a lot to work on. But I can see that I'm leaning more into the circle on this side now, which is definitely helping me balance more, so I'm gonna celebrate that win. Now let's do the other side. I'm not as comfortable doing forward crossovers on this side, but they're actually looking pretty stable and controlled. I also find it very interesting that my under push on this side is better, like there is no toe push to be seen. Let's move on to some backward circle work. I'm starting with practicing the backward pushes. Then I worked on shifting my weight to hold extended leg position, which was so exhausting, but I made sure to do it on the other side too. And I even played around with some free leg positions. Then it was time to actually work on my backward crossovers. The exercises have definitely helped me have more control with the first half of my crossovers, so yay! And then I moved on to some more dedicated backward edge work. In my program, I do these alternating backward edges on the circles, so I'm focusing on those because I really struggle with them. By the way, if you haven't seen my program yet, you can watch it right here. I'll also link it in the description box below. Now I'm working on my 1-foot spins for realsies, and these attempts are looking a bit better than earlier, like I'm starting to get 1 to 1.5 rotations. I'm still struggling with coordinating bringing my arms in with my leg up, but I'll be back to working on these later. Let's do some consecutive oof and cut. Let's try that again from the top. Let's do some consecutive forward outside edges. My edges are getting so much better. Like a few weeks ago, I couldn't hold an outside edge for my life, and look at them now. I'm more consistently able to hold my left forward outside edge for the entire semicircle. And the right side, which is my harder side, held for most of that semicircle. I've made so much progress, it's crazy. I still have to figure out my arms for these and correct my posture, but I'm so proud of how far I've come. I just completed my lesson with my coach and I couldn't figure out the Waltz Jump with her, but I'm still determined to land it today. I started with some baby jumps super close to the wall because I was still traumatized by last week's fails. They didn't work all the time, but the more I did it, the more consistent it got, so I started making my forward outside edge longer, which took some adjusting to. But as I got more comfortable, I put more distance between myself and the wall, and oh my gosh, I've officially landed this jump! It's not perfect, but it's a milestone. And I did it again! It's becoming more consistent. And it's even getting smoother. Except for when it's not. What was your first jump, and what tips would you give someone who is scared of learning to jump? Let me know in the comments below. And then I started messing it up a lot, so I decided to do some more 1-foot spins, but I'll be back to working on these later today. I don't know why my camera was so blurry here, but I got some rotations with these. And of course, as soon as I fixed the camera, they got worse. But they slowly started getting better again. They're just super travel-y. I'm pretty sure it's the way I'm bringing my arms in that's throwing things off, but it's also only day 3 of learning these, so they will get better with time and practice. I worked on 3 turns with my coach today, and she gave me a new tip that I forgot to do for this one. Oops. She told me to hook my foot onto the other one so that things would stay glued together, and that really helped me get this turn to happen. I still need to practice it more, but the turn looks so much more smooth and fluid now. I'm back to working on Waltz Jump again, and I chickened out of that one. And that one too. It just feels so foreign, like my body's forgotten how to do this. But it's starting to come back now. Or is it? This is a visual reminder that progress is far from linear. So anyway, I went back to doing my little baby jumps, and even those were flippity-flopping left and right, like this jump was gone, and I could feel my fear kind of just building up, which made things worse. So I thought it might help to take a break from Waltz Jump and work on my bunny hops for a bit. And if you're new here, I hate bunny hops, like I am terrified of them, but I really want to get this Waltz Jump, so I bit the bullet and went for it. I really focused on swinging my knee more up, and that really helped. Like, these are my best bunny hops ever. All my other ones were more like tiny steps instead of a jump, and this is more like a baby jump, so progress. And the more I did them, the less scared I got, so my jumps started getting higher and more confident. Who knew that facing your fears would make them smaller? I still have to learn the arms for these, but once I do, I know I'll get even more hyped. Then I went back to doing Waltz jumps, and they're back, baby! They're wobbly, but at least I'm doing the jump again. Sometimes you just gotta do something else to bring something back. Knowing when to take a break is also an important part of learning. My Waltz jump still has a long way to go, but I'm making headway even if I'm stumbling along the way.
Hey y'all, I'm so excited because I have officially landed my Waltz jump, and my bunny hop is getting more hop-like, like an actual thing, because normally it is more of a walk, a bunny walk. So I'm super excited. I did really well today at the rink, and I can't wait to be back in the rink again.
Want to see how my Waltz jump progresses? Watch this video right here, and if it's not up yet, hit subscribe so you don't miss it, and catch up on my progress in the meantime. Thanks for watching. Bye!